Like, really, you got fruit snacks on the table?
Yes. Yo, man, I saw the box. So you know how now you're an adult and you have adult money, and then you just see things that you used to love as a kid, and you're like, "Fuck it."
So fruit snacks was that for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
a box of Gushers.
Do you remember Squeeze-Its? Remember back in the day, it was the little bottle had different faces on it.
Yes.
I was talking to somebody about that shit the other day. They was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Oh, never mind." Yeah. So anyway, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Two Dab Crew podcast.
Episode 99, season 2020.
Episode 4, season 2020. We're just recording, trying to get content out there. Hopefully you like us. If you do, follow, subscribe. If you don't, fuck you. Follow and subscribe anyway, so you could talk shit about us.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything taught you anything, like talking shit about people could become a weekly routine. I mean, we do that shit every week. Like, yo, who can we shit on this week? Like, yo, I'm going to shit on this guy this week. Like, we're here consistently for you to shit on us.
Right. So you got to do something during the quarantine. You might as well make fun of us.
So go ahead. Like, do what you got to do. Anyway, I'm Baby Powder, joined by DJ Will Knight and Andre. Again, we would love some follows, subscribers, or whatever. I'm trying to get past 25 downloads per episode. So hit us up.
Does that count when you download them 20 times yourself?
I don't actually listen to the content once we put it out. I lived it live, and it's like no other substitution.
So what you're saying is we should start a live show where we sell tickets because it's better live.
Exactly. There you go. Come see us live at my house.
Live.
I'm charging $10 to get in and tip your bartenders because I make hella drinks. So anyway, episode 4. Follow us. BP_2dab. You can search us on any podcast platform at 2 Crew, 2 space DAB space CREW in case you're fucking illiterate.
Oh my god!
Listen. I don't know what the fuck you laughing at, but some people can't spell.
Floyd Mayweather, and he's rich,
Floyd Mayweather can't read the first. And listen, I'm not talking shit about Floyd Mayweather. I don't want him to come to my house and whoop my ass.
I don't think you can take Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, Floyd don't even have to whoop your ass. He can pay somebody to whoop your ass.
That's true.
So I'm gonna stay the fuck away from that. but all right. So I got a couple things I want to talk about today, and I get these from listeners. So if you got questions or you want us to talk about topics, just hit me up at BP_2dab. Email is BP2dab@gmail.com. Like no underscore in the email for whatever reason. So you can hit us up with topics. So my dude asked me the other day, and we're gonna jump right into this shit. What is 50-50 in a relationship? So he was asking me that because he was based on a friend. He was like, my friend asking a question. What is 50-50 in a relationship? And I was like, damn, like that's a tough question to ask.
That is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No. Because like there's the technical term of 50-50. All right. So, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and let you start with it since you said no, it's not. It's not.
50-50 means like when I think 50-50 in a relationship, I think like your partner does some of the stuff. Sometimes you do it. It's kind of even out. Like, even if, say, like, your partner can cook a lot better than you, it's still not a bad thing to cook every once in a while and switch off. I think that's the biggest point in some people's relationships that others don't get, like, some people do this, some people do that. Oh, it's unfair because I'm always doing this and she's always doing that. Like, I think it's just good to switch off every once in a while, even if y'all could help each other, like, figure one thing out for the other.
Dude, so like, I think my man was talking about a technical term, like if you and the chick live together, right? And y'all 50-50 relationship. Does that mean, like, he was saying, like, he was asking for a friend, and his friend paid the bills, like the rent, the chick paid like the water bill. You know what I mean? So the rent's like $900. The water bill's like $60. So is that 50-50? Or is that just like, yo, some crazy shit going on?
Well, there's a lot of ways you can like talk 50-50 in a relationship. You can talk about money, you can talk about effort, you can talk about, what you do around the house. It's like when I see 50-50, I see like it as a general term, as in you guys kind of have a system figured out where you split everything up, or whether it's splitting shit up or switching it up, it just has to be fair for one another, because that's what's gonna make the relationship work, having it fair.
So what you think, my man?
I think 50-50 is it not even being a question.
So
like that's not a question of who did what. It's you both put in what you both put in, knowing collectively that you contribute what you contribute, but you're both doing what you need to do to make the relationship and the situation work. That's 50-50.
So do you think do you think the bills need to be split 50-50 for it to be a 50-50 relationship?
Definitely not.
No,
or is that just like a terminology some people who's thrifty on the cash is putting on it?
I don't think that needs to be the case. I do think you need your independent finances, so there should be couple finances,
middle ground. Yeah.
There should be couple finances, and then there should be individual finances. You don't have to split everything. Like if I'm dating a girl and I know she works at Starbucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I make considerably more than she does. I'm not gonna hit her up for $550 for her half of the rent,
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, she may come home and she may clean and then she may cook, or I may come home. Maybe she makes more than I do.
Yeah.
And then I come home. It's just about doing what we need to do to make the relationship.
Oh yeah,
work. That is
exactly
but I think my man was talking about more like financially. Like y'all bringing emotions and shit into it.
Yeah.
Like and I understand
You just
that.
want to talk.
No. But I mean, like I think my man in general was talking about like financially.
So
to me, like this is the thing, right? Like if I got my own place,
mm-hmm.
right, and I was to move a chick into it. Like, I don't think I would expect her to pay the rent because I was already doing that on my own. Because at the same point, like, if things didn't work out, like, I want her to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But if she was paying half the rent, she'd have a claim to the spot as much as you would.
Yeah.
Because I pay half the bills in this bitch. Right? So, like I don't actually think there's, like, a true terminology of 50-50. Right, and because he was like, "Oh, like when you go out to dinner," it reminded me of the time we went out with him.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Yeah.
and he was with his chick at the time. She ain't no longer around. But remember, he was like, "I'll get the drinks, you get the food." You know what I mean? Like they split the bill, but they split it, and I'm sure that bill was uneven.
Yeah,
as far as a 50-50 standpoint, but it was a split. You know what I'm saying? So, like, is it because it's split? Is it 50-50? Or does the 50-50 split have to actually be 50-50?
But you can't count that one time because it would be a back and
no,
forth.
but that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is 50-50 a split, just saying that we split, or is 50-50 a numerical split, like 450-450?
No.
Like in pure toilet paper terms, are you both bringing a roll of toilet paper, or are you bringing in a full roll and she's bringing in like half a roll, or are you bringing in like the good Charmin quilted, or is she bringing the stuff like they use in the Wawa?
Or she's bringing more of that than you are of the Charmin.
Right.
So it's not. You can't base it off one thing because all that shit is gonna be different in the terms of what each other brings to the table.
So let's rephrase the question. Would you be okay in a relationship where you always paid for a majority of the things?
No. Nope.
Well, like to me, like personally, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like if you're in a relationship, you paying for shit, you pay for shit. But it's not about what you're paying for. It's about what brings you happy, because again, at the end of the day, everybody got a different like philosophy on what makes them happy. So, does, buying shit for somebody else make you happy? Does the person make you happy? Does money mean anything to you? Because, like Jay-Z said, money ain't a thing.
It ain't, but it is.
But it's not. Like honestly, like you could die tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you holding on to financial value that's only as valuable as your government wants to make it.
That's
right?
true, but
your physical dollar is only worth what the government wants to make it worth.
But your physical dollars equal what you can do with them, what you can do with your life.
Not if the government. I mean, we live in a society where until like 2 months ago, your credit score was more important than what you financially had.
Yeah.
Right now, it's like, how much toilet paper do you have? You know what I'm saying? Because credit is not buying new toilet paper. Credit is not putting food in your table and your refrigerator. Credit is not helping you when you out of work for 3 weeks. Right? It's what you physically have.
Yeah.
Because if you max out your credit, it's not a renewable resource.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with money. If the government said today $1 is now worth 50 cents, like you would be victim to $1 is now worth 50 cents.
Yeah.
So money has no actual value on it besides the value that people put on it.
Right.
Versus, something that's long standing. So if you have a relationship
like toilet paper,
and you got a female or whatever you like, that's more valuable than that, than what you have like financially doesn't make any sense, because it's like something like that won't come along again. So again, it takes us back to the whole reacher, settler, do I got a dime, whatever, personality, all that aspect and shit. But to me, like, the 50-50 thing, it would be like legit. Like I don't look at actually financially like splitting. Like I don't care if you pay $450 or I pay $450. Like I don't think that's a thing. To me, like if you're in a true relationship, there's no me.
Right.
It's us. So how could you how could you split something that you share with the other person?
I guess I feel like that's a lot more serious though.
Yeah, but again, like, would you move a chick into your house that you weren't serious with?
That wasn't serious
at your age, maybe.
Maybe.
At my age, I'm thinking twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've been there, done that.
She could be crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, when he asked me that, like, the answer I back was like, damn, that's a hard one. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. you can't sit there and put a price on that. So, I'll switch from that since we talk about financials, and I want to talk about something that's crazy. It's the lottery.
Niggas are still playing and winning the lottery.
So,
hey, as long as they're winning, they're playing.
So like, here's what tripped me out about the lottery, right? People play the lottery all the time. You see lottery boards all over the highway and shit like that. And all of a sudden, the lottery boards have gone away. And the corona, like, updates have popped up. Be safe from the coronavirus, this and that. So lottery, right? So it's still a thing. Mm-hmm. So my question is, right? Say you won the lottery. Cool, $1 million. Right? I'm going to drop you $1 million. You're not going to get the payments over time, anything like that. You're going to get I'm going to hand you a Gucci bag with $1 million in it.
Okay.
Right? What's the first thing you're going to do?
Get a car.
Buy a duplex.
You buying the house, you buying a car. What kind of car you going to get?
Nice little.
What?
Nice little Mercedes. BMW, Mercedes, whatever.
All right, so $100K. That's gone.
$100K, not even. Like, maybe like 60, 70.
Shit, you ain't seen the price of
Mercedes. You got $1 million to drop on a Mercedes. You're not going. You're not going on a.
What are you buying? The C class, little bitch.
No, you spending like 90, 110 possibly.
Yeah, I know.
You gonna spend money on a Mercedes.
But I'm also gonna do a lot more shit after that. Like I'm not just gonna,
But what's the first thing you do?
Okay, realistically, the first thing I do is get financial advisor off the rip.
Listen. Listen,
Like if you're talking like first thing I'd buy, it'd be a car. But like first thing I do, like smart, like financial advisor.
Yeah, like I agree. Like the first thing I do when I get $1 million, like to be honest with all you motherfuckers, is I'm gonna buy a Louis Vuitton backpack. like literally, I'm sorry. Like I'm going to the Louis Vuitton store. I'm buying a Louis Vuitton backpack. I'm gonna get like $50,000 and put that shit in like 1s and 5s and shit in that backpack. I'm going to the strip club. And I'm going to do just like Big Meech did in the BMF Mafia, the Black Mafia family. Like, if y'all ain't read up on that, read up on that.
All right, we know.
They used to go into the strip club. Little dude, ooh-wee, used to have the backpack. They used to go in the backpack, grab the cash, and throw the shit in the air. Just make it rain and then walk out the club. Right? And you laugh like, oh, that's some dumb shit. And it is some dumb shit. But you know what? That's some dumb shit you only going to do once.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you never gonna get that chance again to do some shit like that. You know what? I want to live life big, so I'm gonna spend $4,000 or $5,000 on that Louis Vuitton backpack. I'm gonna walk around like I'm fucking Kanye West, hit the strip club, throw some money in the fucking air, and then you know what? That's gonna be it. But after that, I'm gonna take like $500,000 and invest, in a business. Something like that to make sure my sustainable income keep coming back to me.
Right.
But then like if I had to buy a whip, the first whip I'm gonna buy is a helicopter.
Why?
Why would you buy a helicopter?
Do y'all really want to know?
Did you not see what happened to Kobe?
Let me tell you something, right? So where do you stay? In the metropolitan city, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what is the number one gripe about most metropolitan cities? Traffic, right? Right. All right.
Okay.
So let me get you that, right? So imagine, right, young man. Let me school you.
Okay, please school me. Go ahead.
Imagine you pull up to the club
In a heli.
But no. Listen, please.
Okay. No. All right.
Slow down, young man.
All right.
Always trying to get to the point. Damn. It's called dramatic. Dramatic. So imagine everybody's outside waiting in line at the Roxbury, right? They trying to get in.
Okay. So we're spending the night at the Roxbury.
Next thing you hear, and people are like, "What the fuck is that?" They look up in the air and a fucking ladder falls down. Right? Guess who's coming down that ladder? I mean, if you want to, you can get like a fucking manual winch and then like hold on to that shit like you were fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2 when he was sliding into the fucking ooze. Right? And you just fucking slide down that shit. Right? Imagine you show up to the club being dropped off by a helicopter. Who's leaving with you that night?
I got a couple.
Who's leaving with you that
scenario,
night?
though.
Guess what? Everybody. Y'all bring up Kobe and that shit. When the last time you heard a helicopter crash?
All right. Look, I got a couple problems with that though. All right. Like, okay. Look, tell me if I should just stop there, but I'm thinking realistically here what you're going to do with $1 million, right? Like, are we talking like 100% like realistic? Like, that's what you would do?
I believe it too.
Okay. First of all, you're going to put $500,000 into this, whatever. You set $500K aside for whatever. Say you spend $100K on your night out. So that leaves you with what? Like $400K left?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much a helicopter is, but I'm gonna assume it's well over maybe like 25-30K. Would you like
Listen, let me
No.
I want
Let
to
me finish my point though.
But I want to tell you where I'm getting
All
the
right.
helicopter from.
All right.
The fucking Catalina wine mixer, motherfucker.
The what?
The Catalina wine mixer, motherfucker.
You don't know what that is?
No.
Have you not seen Step Brothers?
Oh.
When
Jesus.
it would do, it was like a Catalina wine mixer. That's where they fucking sell the rentals of the helicopters.
Right.
Right? That's all you gotta do. Like, nobody
All right.
actually buys a fucking helicopter,
All right,
man.
well, no, because you were talking like you were gonna go and cop a helicopter.
Listen, I seen helicopters at the fucking flea market that fucking give you helicopter rides for $20. I'm pretty sure I can fucking get a helicopter for less than $500K.
All right,
Fucking
all right.
somebody Amazon that shit right now. They got
Can you
helicopter.
Amazon a helicopter?
You can definitely not Amazon a helicopter.
Why not? I mean, it's just a storefront, right? So let's say I started a helicopter business. Could I not go on Amazon and
Hey,
sell my helicopters on Amazon?
I'm sure you could.
How much you think a helicopter really costs?
You
obviously don't know how-
25 to 30K max.
25,
Minimum.
30K?
You think a helicopter is the same price as a Toyota Camry?
Yeah, get the
Toyota
fuck out of here.
Camrys are like
You
15 grand.
You talking about fucking buying a fucking Mercedes Benz for $100K? A helicopter costs like $300,000 at least.
Right.
Well, you don't know as much as I do.
Hold on. Well,
So, all right.
let's Google it for our audience, right? Price of a helicopter. $250,000.
Okay, I didn't know. I don't look up.
Okay, so
Helicopter.
again, I spent $100,000 in the strip club in the Louis bag,
500.
$500 in the fucking strip club, $300,000 I'll give you on the helicopter because I gotta have leather seats in that bitch. All right, like if you go fly a helicopter, you gotta fly leather seats.
Okay.
Right?
Louis Vuitton stitching on the seats.
So you're talking about that's what $900,000. I still got $100,000 to play with.
Are you gonna? What? Yeah, but what about a crib? What about insurance? What about like
Who?
so much other shit that you can like use with that money? Like, there's so many like. I'm just saying, like, there's better. I don't know. I'm just saying.
So I you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand the aspect of it, right? $300,000 on a helicopter seems like a big deal, right?
Mhm.
Whether you agree or not. But let me tell you what I'll never have to deal with: stop and go traffic, worrying about a parking spot, you know, all of this because my helicopter doesn't have to land. All
What
it has
about
to
gas?
all it has to do is drop the ladder.
Gas, a pilot. You're gonna go to helicopter
I'll,
school.
I'll,
You're gonna get
no.
your aviation license. That's another few like K. Like,
No,
right
I
there.
pay somebody to do that.
all right, for how long? And
Because-
then when you don't have a pilot, what are you gonna do?
Get another pilot, bro.
From what money?
It's terrorists in school every day learning
Oh
how to
my
fly
God.
shit. Like you got to be real with this shit. Like,
It's 50-50 whether or not I'll be part of a terrorist attack, but the savings on the pilot fees are just undeniable.
Mind blowing.
hey, that you get what I'm saying though, right? Like, so
I don't get what you're saying.
But
like,
then you'd be the dude. See, everybody would know who you are, and then you could leverage that. Look at Ja Rule. No one knows who Ja Rule is anymore, but he managed to put together Fire Festival. Maybe that was a bad example.
But
Listen.
if you use that money, that startup money, wait literally 3-4 years, you could like
But
be on the same shit.
did
but, like,
did you
be
not
so much more rich.
did you not hear my plan? $100,000 on the Louis bag in the strip club, $500,000 to invest.
In what? Like, it depends.
No, listen,
Because
but listen,
investments,
but
with that investment that you put in, you could lose all of it, and then
or
what?
or I could double up like
or you
R.
could
Kelly.
double up.
right,
But
Double
it's
up.
smart to have
500,000 on black.
But
Listen,
it's smart
Vegas.
to have
listen,
options and
but-
other types
but-
of things like real estate.
But what I'm saying is, I already took half my total winnings and invested. Like, I'm not saying what I invested in because we didn't get that deep.
yeah,
I put half my winnings in investments. I put $100,000 into a Louis bag and some strip money, and then I put $300,000 to a helicopter with the leather seats and a Bose audio system. Because when I'm flying high, like Jim Jones, I'm balling.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so that's where I'm at with that. So even at the end of the day, 500,000 is making me something, right?
For how long?
100 grand got me a STD that I have to cure. $300,000 got me a helicopter, which is gonna get you massive play. Not only like in your personal life, but your professional life. Because you know what? Guy shows up in the helicopter, you want to know who he is.
Right.
Whether I'm nobody or somebody. Yo, this guy just got dropped off in a fuck. You ever see somebody get dropped off in a helicopter at a club?
But it's not like
Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen it?
Why would you not sacrifice that one time to make money?
Wait, no. But have you ever seen it?
No.
So guess what? If you saw somebody get dropped off at a club, right? I was gonna say strip club. Like that's what I'm minded. If you saw somebody get dropped off in a helicopter, what would you try to do?
Find out what's going on.
Find out who he is, correct?
Yes.
All right. So you don't think it's people out there trying to be like, yo, this guy must be that. Like, let me give you the next idea. Guess what? I make a couple investments on the side, and I'm Shark Tanking that bitch. Right? You have no idea the amount of connections you make from being dropped off in a helicopter.
You're going to be the helicopter guy.
What is this?
You show up to two.
The hella king. I'm going to be the hella king. I'm going to be the helicopter king of this motherfucker. And you know what? I'm never going to wait in traffic. I'm never going to have to stop at a stoplight. I'm never going to have to worry about this. Make the left. My fucking pilot's going to take me to where the fuck I want to go when I want to go. You know what? Good thing is Chick-fil-A got curbside pickup. So the motherfucker can drop the ladder. I walk down, grab my food, and climb back up that bitch.
That's such an absurd thing to want.
Oh, but you go buy a Mercedes-Benz.
Right.
Guess what you going to do in that Mercedes-Benz? Wait in traffic. Oh, wait, you got to find parking spots for the club. You got to wait in line.
But
you
with
got to pay.
that money I save, I can hire a chauffeur for a lot longer time than you can hire a pilot.
How much money are you saving? What kind of Benz are you buying? You
like,
buying
this, like an AMG like S-Class.
Okay, so how much those cost?
Probably like 150.
Yeah,
but compared to like 300K.
Okay, so I spent double on a helicopter, right?
But that Mercedes is still gonna get you the same amount of.
No,
like,
everybody's.
yes,
you're just gonna be a douchebag in a Mercedes. But if you get dropped off by a helicopter for 2 different meetings, you then become the helicopter
But
guy.
my
Listen, people are just going to assume.
The only Mercedes you could write chauffeur is Maybach, and that's at least $300K. At least if you ride in the AMG 2-seater with a chauffeur, you got no room for bitches in that whip.
Not a 2-seater, maybe not a 2-seater.
All right, so you need a 550 or a 600.
All right, but you got to think
that's 200,000.
My odds are way higher than yours when you can't afford a chauffeur or a pilot anymore.
Hey, I know.
Gas.
I know for a fact you getting pulled over by the police. And I know for a fact they ain't pulling me over because I'm flying high like Jim Jones. Bowling!
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
The question is, what kind of throw money do you throw into the lottery? Like, there's got to be something stupid you want to buy.
Yeah, so.
So what is it? What is the stupid cash you spend? I mean, you already know. My Louis Vuitton bag and my fucking 100K to strip club. Like literally, like, why would you do that? And then it's like, literally, I wouldn't know.
I'd build a racetrack.
A racetrack.
Wow.
Yeah.
You would have to buy property to build a racetrack.
Right. That'd be the throwaway, man. I'd buy like 3 acres and build a mini racetrack.
A mini racetrack? What are you fucking racing? Fucking clowns on mopeds?
No.
No, he's racing fucking clowns and mopeds like a fucking. So you Barnum and Bailey?
I'm gonna invite all the Honda Civic boys over, and they're gonna race the racetrack.
There you go.
Like I tell you, like for me, like it would be no greater feeling than being in a spot like King of Diamonds with $100,000.
I'd reopen King of Diamonds because it shouldn't have closed in the first place.
Listen, like you have no idea what it feels like to be in the middle of the club with a backpack full of cash, making it rain. And I'm speaking like I know what it means, but I have no idea what it means. But I would fucking do it.
Yeah.
You know, it reminds me the other day when you told me, like, and I'm gonna quote my man here. He says, "I love the feeling of money in my hand." And I was like, who the fuck doesn't like the feeling of money in their hand? Right? Every working class motherfucker in this country love the feeling of money in their hand, right? So, like, You know, like what you gonna do with it? With $1 million? Like a lot of people who win the lottery,
Yeah,
you don't know who they are
because they run through it.
Because they run through it. So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do that's different?
Invest, financial advisor, get a couple nice things.
Wait,
for
how
myself.
much does your financial advisor take from you?
I don't know, probably a few grand, 10, 15
Few
grand.
grand.
It's usually like 10% is what they quote, but then they steal an additional 15%.
That's
from
why you got to get someone you trust.
They
You
fucking
just gotta look
it's called
around.
embezzlement,
right.
fraud.
Yeah, but that shit's not. That's
I
just
mean,
not
Trump.
always,
Trump.
like-
So people did it to him during. Like, I mean, look how many people fucking covered it for him. All right, so let me take this shit to a different, like, quote. Like, I want to start a new internet challenge.
All right.
What is it gonna be?
And I thought about this the other, like, and anybody could do it, bro. Like, you just need some help. So they've done like the mannequin challenge. You remember that? Like everybody standing still, and then they did like the Bow Wow challenge when you be like posted in front of something, but the real life picture was something different. Like they had the motherfucking Home Depot and like one of the kitchen vignettes. He's like, God bless me with this kitchen, but
I don't even
when you look at
remember
the full
that one.
picture, it was like Home Depot. So like I got this new challenge I want to start, and if you steal my fucking challenge, I swear to God, like I'm showing up at the crib like Jane Silent Bob and whoop that ass. Which I didn't know they had a new movie out, but they do. And it's called the Nipple Long Hair Challenge.
Oh God.
No, that's
Listen, no. Think about it. Think, please,
not- I don't want to.
please.
Okay.
All right. So what you think? What do you think it is before?
It's something unpleasant.
No, listen. What do most guys like on women?
Breasts,
No,
ass.
no.
Personality.
Think about it. You don't like hair on women? Like nice long hair?
On their head, yeah.
Yeah. Right? So nipple long hair challenge, right? So women take pictures of their hair in front of their breasts
Oh.
long enough to cover their nipples.
Is that not a thing?
Not yet.
Are you sure?
It will be.
I feel like it's a
No,
thing.
no, it's not a thing. How many? You're on Instagram for probably every fucking day.
I feel like it's familiar. It
How
sounds familiar.
many pictures of women
No,
with
it's
no
not
shirt,
like that.
with no shirt, no
But-
bra,
All right,
titties out, hair covering their nipples?
it just sounds familiar. It might have happened.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but like
So,
I'm saying, like it might have already happened.
no, I don't think that's happened.
It sounds familiar.
Have you heard nipple long hair challenge?
I don't know.
All right, so
if I've heard that exact
imagine
phrase.
imagine women or men, whoever the fuck wants to partake. They have long hair, and they pull it in front of their chest, and the hair is long enough to cover their nipples.
Okay.
So their Instagram pictures or Twitter pictures or whatever
I
is
think
that.
everyone gets you.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. Dipshit.
Um,
So hair's in front of their chest, covering their nipples, and they take pictures, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody will have different types of fucking pictures they take. You know, sometimes maybe a group of 3 or 4 women. It could be a dude in there or whatever. And your hair is long enough to cover your nipples.
yeah.
Now, the fucking complicated shit is when the chicks with the older saggy tits come into play. You know what I mean? Like, yo, your hair got to be pretty long in order to cover it, you know? So what I encourage, and please tag me in this. You could put hashtag 2DabCrew, hashtag 2DabPodcast, hashtag baby powder. Take a picture, post it on Instagram or Twitter, and put hashtag nipple long hair.
Oh my god.
Challenge.
I feel like that name is wrong. I feel like it could have a better name.
Okay, so what's the better name for it?
I'm thinking I think it could
I think that's called the Aphrodite challenge.
It sounds so familiar.
Is that a thing?
I feel like it is.
How do you spell that? APHRO.
Yeah.
We gotta check that out.
For science, we'll do some research. Look up some photos.
Nope. Nothing on Google. Hashtag nipple long hair challenge. Listen, I'll take one tonight, but since I cut my hair, it's obviously not long enough to cover my nipples. But think about it, right? It would be such an invigorating challenge, right? It would bring attention to health.
In what way?
I don't know. You just see a bunch of titties.
And that's always good for one's health.
Exactly, right? Like it would help people be more comfortable with their bodies.
That's actually not like wrong. I mean, hey,
you gotta be on the tip, and think about like shit like what's up with brunch?
What about brunch?
So I gotta do brunch for my aunt tomorrow, because she want brunch. Like I offered to make her breakfast, she don't want breakfast, she want brunch.
So she wants mimosas.
Mimosas, exactly. Like that was exactly her point. She was like, I want mimosas. So I was like, okay, no problem. I'll make you brunch. But you see the ever-growing, like almost, I want to say like 25% of businesses are offering brunch now on the weekends.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it's a growing trend. So when's if I had brunch 24/7?
I don't think that would be very productive.
So
you mean
so
Denny's with alcohol?
Exactly.
Okay.
So think about it, right? When you're in the club and you just finish for the night, unless you're in like a major city like New York, Miami, maybe California, I don't know. I haven't been that far west. Right? When the clubs close up shops, it's very few places that is open. Most of the time, you end up at the Waffle House, Denny's, IHOP, something like that. You eating some breakfast shit. So, when's if I just did a spot that had fucking brunch 24/7? Right? You want brunch? You don't have to wait till Sunday at 11 o'clock. I'll give you brunch at fucking 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon.
Hey. I mean, I feel like a lot of people... Nah, I mean, I get your idea. The idea is good. I just feel like the same concept of food with brunch wouldn't go with the time.
But every place is offering brunch on the weekends.
McDonald's does 24-hour breakfast now.
I mean, yeah. I mean, okay.
Every place is offering brunch.
Yeah, I guess.
So if you think about it, like it's places that usually didn't offer brunch, they'll offer brunch.
Yeah.
And those that are lucky enough to get some type of liquor license are like, yo, we got mimosas too. So mimosas to brunch. And I learned this from a spot, in my city that would offer fucking Bloody Marys before 11 o'clock. I was like, oh, that's so nasty. But you know what? Anything with alcohol gives people an excuse to drink early. Usually the rule was you don't drink alcohol before 11 o'clock. But, hey, it's a Bloody Mary. I could drink that shit at 8 in the morning. Which is ridiculous,
they
right?
say it helps hangovers. Bloody Marys.
Bloody Mary creates hangovers. That shit doesn't help. All right, so last thing I'm going to get into before we end this shit out, right? Does anybody remember The Dark Knight?
Mm-hmm. The movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so remember when... It was The Dark Knight. What was it? The Dark Knight Rises? No, it was The Dark Knight Rises. It was The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight Returns. Dark Knight Rises.
The one with Heath Ledger as a Joker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Remember that shit? Remember the one part in the movie where fucking Morgan Freeman was like, we could turn cell phones into sonar?
Yeah.
Right? And they could see everything and hear everything and do everything with the fucking... Do you think the government has the capability of doing that shit now with the fucking smart home shit in every home?
Yes.
Yeah.
Most
I
definitely.
think if they had to, they...
No, so I thought, I was like, damn. Like, They was giving away Google Home Minis and Amazon Dots, and those shits are in your house. And I just realized the other day that those shits record what you say 24/7.
Yes.
Because it's always listening for that fucking key phrase, like Alexa or Hey Google.
Yeah.
So that shit's in your crib right now. So if you was sitting there and like whacking off, you're like like it actually hears you doing that. So
it just doesn't record it like and keep it.
But you don't know that.
Yeah.
You don't know what it does with the sound files that it's recording. So do you think the government is a secret conspiracy to get a Alexa or Google in every home so they can use it as sonar? Do you think that's actual technology that exists?
Yes.
Well, I heard this thing where this I can't remember the exact case, but this guy, I think he was like beating up on his wife or whatever, and he got found guilty from the Alexa. He had like Alexa listening and stuff. He had the Alexa in his home, and he got caught because it caught something of the guy telling the wife, like, beating on her.
Yeah, but
what
how
do you try and Amazon Prime a bag of oranges?
How but how is that admissible in court though? Like, you stupid bitch, boom, 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 right? But Alexa's recording it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not she's responsive to it is a completely different story. So how do you she's basically a tape recorder, and I guess like you having your conversations recorded, unknowingly is illegal. But if you willingly put a Amazon Alexa or Google Home in your house,
right,
aren't you accepting those like responsibilities? Like, yeah, this motherfucker's gonna record me all the time.
That's crazy.
Like,
yeah.
I better watch what I say when I orgasm because Google's gonna record it. Google's know what I say. Shazam! It's crazy, right? So, like, I thought about that shit the other day, and I was like, yo, like, when's the last time you've been to somebody's house and they didn't have a smart home device? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly the point. They made that shit so cheap for everybody to get out, and then people forget we got something called the Homeland Security Act, where they could, like, check your cell phone, your recordings for certain words, things like that. They can monitor you for any reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
They don't need a reason to monitor you. So I really extend that warning out to anybody who got a smart home device in a house. Don't be surprised if the government knows where you stand inside the house, because that shit may act as sonar just like it did in The Dark Knight. And I say that for the fact that in somebody's head that made sense. Somebody, whoever the creative idea was in that movie, was like, yo, we can use cell phones as sonar. They give off this type of frequency. It sounds like bullshit, but is it really? Guy walking around in a purple suit, unless you're in the fucking urban community, complete bullshit. In the urban community, it's called a pimp. So you got to take that shit with a grain of salt and sit there and wonder, like, yo, what the fuck is going on? I haven't seen a setting in the Alexa that says don't record or don't listen.
You can mute it.
You can mute it, but don't mean it's still not listening to you.
I think that's what it means.
Yeah, but when it's still listening to you, what does that mean? Like even
it
if
has to be listening for it to hear, hey,
yeah,
Google.
Yeah, it has to be listening for key phrases.
Well, when you mute it and you say the key phrase, it doesn't work.
But what stops the government from tapping into it?
Right.
And they called, you know what they call that?
What?
Homeland Security. And so with that, I'm gonna leave the conversation as is. I'll bid you both adieu.
All right.
And we'll continue next week on our episode 2 Dab Crew podcast. Please follow us. BP_2Dab. If you got any topics you want us to discuss, you hate us, that's cool. Hit us up too. I love hate. And to get that, give you a peace out.